Sarah and Bryce. Bryce is just going to eat Cheerios and play with some cards and use a sippy cup there. And he's just fine, right, Sarah?
Absolutely.
No problem there, right?
He's just fine.
Yeah. But things weren't all fine there for you because you had the baby so young. 29 weeks gestation, and my gosh, you were in a lot of distress. You and the child, right?
Yeah, I went into labor early, and nobody knows why. He was born at 29 weeks. It was a shock to all of us. And
so no problems during your prenatal care or anything? And just,
no, and he's my third, and so everything had been fine for the other two and normal. And at 29 weeks, all of a sudden, I went into labor, and it ended up being a very life-threatening situation for both of us. But Dr. Manning and her team were right there when I delivered and whisked him away and saved his life.
How much time did you have before you knew you were in trouble, or did everything go bang bang?
It was seconds.
Just seconds?
Yeah, I was having contractions, and then 1 minute I was fine, and the next minute I was not fine.
And were you at St. E's, or?
I delivered at St. E's.
Okay.
And so he spent 2 weeks in the intensive care unit there at St. E's, hooked up to every machine possible. We didn't get to hold him for the first, I think it was 5 days before we got to hold him.
And your own health was in jeopardy too, after the period after that, or just while delivering?
After that as well.
Yeah.
I was in trouble as well, but it was, you know, we all ended up being fine, but yeah, he spent 2 weeks there, and then 7 weeks here growing and learning how to eat, learning how to breathe. So a total of 63 days away from us.
Yeah, so a mother was telling me yesterday about her child, and they said, hold out your hands like this. The head would have been where the thumb is, and the feet would have been where the other thumb is in your
Absolutely.
hands. Is that about what you were experiencing
Absolutely.
too?
Yeah, my husband could hold him in one hand. I mean, and one day the San Francisco 49ers came through the NICU, and to see these behemoth, huge men holding these little babies. I mean, these babies are smaller than a football. And so, you know, it was crazy. He was so tiny. I think when he left here, he was barely 5 pounds.
Yeah. So this is a great comfort to you too. I mean, just speaking from the heart. I mean, you really know what this means, and I think sometimes we try to impart this to the audience, but when I hear witnesses like you and what you have gone through, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean,
this little guy would not be here without all of these people, and we still have a whole team. I call them Team Bryce.
Yeah.
We've got physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapist, his specialist, neurology, orthopedic, everybody just...
Will you take that, Bryce? He's trying to give you something.
He wants to give me his book.
Yeah, you're holding the microphone, you're holding the child, you have a sippy cup here. I'm just seeing that mothers do so much multitasking here, it's crazy. I mean, I've got a lot of things here too, but amazing what you folks have to do on a regular basis, huh?
Yep.
Are you back to work now at all?
I am.
You work at Kent State, right?
I do. I work at Kent State Trumbull and Student Services.
Yeah, you were just telling me that's a great experience there too, because you're all the way on Trumbull campus, and huge campus, isn't it?
Yeah, we're big. We've got about 3,000 students, but the land mass is huge. But
or you know, I'm just concerned about that is, can you get most of the classes that are offered at the main campus at a smaller satellite office?
You can start any one of the degrees that Kent State offers at any of the regional campuses.
Okay, you may have to eventually go to the home campus.
Or you may have to transfer to one of the other regional campuses, but you can knock out most of your basic classes, your maths, your Englishes, your general classes, but we're offering more and more associate and bachelor degrees.
Well, we love Youngstown State here. I graduated in '81, and I look back and I think about how fortunate we are to have these great campuses everywhere here. And you know, college is really not out of reach for anybody in Northeast Ohio.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And you're an administrator?
I am.
Out there greeting the students and getting them signed up. Huh?
Absolutely, yep. Working in enrollment management and student services.
Yeah. Now you have two other children. How old are they?
Our oldest is 6, and then we've got a 3-year-old, and then Bryce just celebrated his 2nd birthday.
Yeah. You said to me earlier that you could just now start talking about the experience without breaking down, right?
Because he's doing well, you know, where he's still developmentally behind and things. Just started walking, and it's really hard when I have friends that have 2-year-olds and their kids are talking and walking and running and kicking balls, and I look at my child and he's just started to walk.
But it doesn't matter at this point, does it? It doesn't matter because you know that he's going to catch up and he's healthy. Yeah, and that's the great thing about it. I mean, you think about this guy, 29 weeks, his life was in jeopardy, your life was in jeopardy. You came to Akron Children's Hospital, and now he is normal, except that he has, other people have had a head start.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And the staff here has just helped us so much. I mean, Megan and Stacy and Christina and Michelle and all of them and the rehab services team has just been, they've just been
now,
wonderful.
Did you and your husband have insurance?
Yes, we did. We were very fortunate.
And so most of the costs were taken care of by your insurance?
Yes.
Still there were extras here that you were given, I'm sure, that we're very happy to have, right?
Yes.
All right, if you're motivated by the stories you hear too, 1-888-746-9890. If we didn't have this hospital, as I was talking to Dr. John Babiak the other day, we would be going to Akron, we would be going to Cleveland, we would be going to Columbus, we would be going to Pittsburgh. And we're very fortunate in a smaller market like we have, like 500,000 people, that we have a state-of-the-art facility like this. You think about
you can't address it.
Yeah, and you're a boardman, and being able just to travel here, it's incredible. If you had to do that, if you had to go to Akron every day, like some kids would have to, it would be very complicated. And then trying to work.
Trying to balance the other kids in the family and everything else going on. I don't know how we would do it. I mean, we would, but it would be more difficult.
See, I'm always kind of enamored by the fact that your parents that have gone through these type of things with children that were born early, and they've been in the incubator, and the face that you folks put on here is one of a pretty happy face. You folks all seem like this is normal. To me, it would be overwhelming. And at this point in my life, my children are older.
It is. It was overwhelming and it was terrible while we were going through it, but yet there were people here to help us every step of the way. There were other parents that were going through it with us that, all it would take was a look, and there were arms around you to just hold you while you cry and get you through it. And
see, that's
you could
why
see the kids leaving, and you knew that yours was going to be okay.
Yeah, and you have to have enough energy to take care of your other two children, plus this, and your husband and you have to be on the same page, and then you have to see your own doctors, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, best of luck to you, Sarah. And Bryce, you have been the most well-behaved young man that has been here. He's just happy to eat his cereal and play with the sippy cup, and he just looks like a little delight to have. Very good-looking young man too, isn't he?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. All right, if you